It's actually a really nice weekend outside. Not that I know, of course, because I've been spending my whole weekend sat here. Oh, and here. Yeah, and here as well. When I've not had my head in a book, I've been reading my Swedish textbook, or scrolling the news in Swedish, or listening to Swedish podcasts. The list goes on and on and on and on. Because this is what life is like at the moment. For at least the next 4 or 5 weeks at least. This is the way that my weekends look. But if you're wondering what the reason is for all of this you can't even see me. Let me sort this. There, that's better. Why do you think I'm putting myself through all of this pain? It's because of my Nationella Prov in Swedish. Now, all of my Swedish viewers out there are going to know exactly what pain I'm talking about. They've been through the torture 100 times before, and they are sighing in relief that it's me and not them that's doing this weekend. But my international friends have probably heard the rumours about the torment and the suffering, but like me, didn't really know what the Nationella Prov was, or when and if they had to do it. So I've been in Sweden for 2 years now, as you guys know, and over that time I've taken a whole variety of different Swedish courses to try and improve my language and get me towards a more fluent level in my Swedish. Now, depending what curriculum or international framework you follow, the levels work slightly differently, so it's not exactly comparable. But if we refer to the government guidelines on this one, when you first get to Sweden and you first want to learn your Swedish, you go to SFI. That is Swedish for immigrants. Once you've cleared the various levels of that, you move through into SVR, Svenska som andraspråk, which is where I am now. But just like SFI, SVR has a whole series of different levels that you need to work your way through, starting with the Grundläggande course, which takes you all the way up to the level of a 16-year-old in Swedish as a second language. With me so far? Well, that was the course that I cleared a couple of weeks ago. So where does that leave me, you ask? Am I fluent and ready to dance around to the Midsummer Pole? Nope, far from it, I'm afraid. Now it's time to do SVR Gymnasietnivå, which is the level for upper secondary school that they have here in Sweden. So that's the level that I found myself at a couple of weeks ago. And now there's 3 different levels of Gymnasiet program to match the 3 different levels of Gymnasiet that a normal Swedish student will study in school. But unlike a normal student who would obviously study full-time and have various different parts of their agenda and curriculum during the week, as a distance student, you do it in a condensed period of time across 1 term or semester. Sounds alright, doesn't it? But let me tell you what, it's painful. Okay, I'm only half serious by this point. There is a lot of different stuff to do, but it all culminates with the Nationella Prov. In Sweden, I believe they do it in Swedish, English, and mathematics, but as a distance student of Swedish as a second language, you of course just do it in Swedish. Thank goodness, because my maths is not up to scratch. Yep, the Nationella Prov is a whole entire different ball game. Right now, I've got assessments coming out of my ears. I need to go down into the school in town a number of times over the next month just to take all of the different parts of the written exam. It's a lot. And this returns me to the question that started today's video that I'm sure lots of you are sat at home wondering right now. Why are you putting yourself through this torment? Well, I thought I'd jump on here and have this conversation with you guys today because I'm sure lots of you guys can relate to how I feel. Yep, the reason that I keep putting myself through all of this torture every couple of months with all of these exams is because it helps me to feel like I'm progressing with my Swedish. And if I didn't, I think I would find it hard to see the progress each month. So yes, my Swedish is fairly good now. I would say I'm at kind of an intermediate level. I'm nowhere near fluent, but I can converse. I can take meetings in Swedish in my professional life. I converse with my girlfriend and her family in Swedish as well. Sure, there's words I'm missing. Sure, I make loads of grammatical mistakes, but they get the gist of it. But for me personally, I need to keep studying because this is how I feel like I'm making progress. That's how I can see the next step going forward, and that's how I can feel like I'm getting towards becoming fluent in Swedish. But so if I've been quiet on here for a couple of weeks, or I'm not answering my Instagram messages so frequently, at least now you know why. It's because I've got my head in a book somewhere. And on a serious note, sure, it's a lot of work to do. Sure, it takes a lot of time. It can be difficult to balance sometimes around a job. I do not know how people manage if they have children and other responsibilities as well, but I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me feel good. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to learn every single grammar rule. I'm not trying to make sure that I know all of my conjugations and all of my exceptional rules and things like that. That's not the kind of Swedish that I want to learn here. I just want to be fully functional and able to express myself in my day-to-day life. So yes, that's why I'm spending the next month inside a book. So let me know down in the comments below, have you done your Nationella Prov? Are there any tips and tricks you would suggest to someone like me who's about to do it? If you're about to do it yourself, maybe check the comments and see if anybody's left some hints that might be useful for you. And while you're here, why not tell me how your Swedish learning journey is going? Let me know in the comments below. Or if you're learning another language, how are you doing it? What level are you at? How does it feel? Do you feel like you're making progress? So that's all I've got for you today, guys. I guess I better get back to my books now. But if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you could. so that there's someone here to watch my videos when I eventually can get back to them after my exams are out of the way. Make sure you turn on that bell if you haven't already so that you're notified every time a new video comes out. I aim for every Thursday and Saturday. Let's hope we can keep that up under this period. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Wish me luck. I hope that I make it out of this. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, whatever you're up to. Hopefully not spending it in a Swedish textbook like I am. Catch you later.